All right, you ready to see another act? All right, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, it's Ben Murray!
Good evening to you, Farr. So, I was in the library today revising, and these two guys came in, sat down next to me, and they began to have an argument in sign language. And they weren't making any noise, but I think no talking in the library should mean no talking. And it was definitely an argument, I could tell. I don't speak any sign language, but one guy stood up so he could talk over his friend. And they were both just waving their arms and gesticulating wildly, which I think is the equivalent of sending an email in all caps, you know. It was so distracting in the end, I had to go over and write them a note saying, shh, in Morse code. Sign language is very versatile, but it needs punctuation, I think. I mean, you can go really wrong with it. A friend of mine, he teaches in a school for the deaf and the hard of hearing, and he would have his children sign their presentations while he translated for the parents and everyone else. And one girl who'd been staying on her uncle's farm for the summer said, "Every morning I fed the goats and collected eggs from the chickens, and I helped my Uncle Jack off a horse." Now, you can assume the comma, but it's not there, is it? We already have air quotes, right? So let's start with that. Air commas next. Also, air brackets, which I think is very important if you're signing and trying to be sarcastic. I mean, for example, if one of those two guys in the library here wanted to be catty to his friend, he said, "Yeah, I saw your new girlfriend, she's very attractive." Open bracket, compared to the other one, close bracket. Or open bracket, what's wrong with her, close bracket. Yeah. My boss accused me of mansplaining today, and it took some questioning, but it turns out she thinks that means man complaining, because I've been moaning. How does that work? I would have told her that it actually means man explaining, but... Yeah. I was hanging a picture today, and my flatmate, I asked my flatmate if she'd seen the stepladder, and she said, "Ben, that is really hurtful. You know I'm adopted. Some of us don't even know who our real ladders are." Thank you. You ever see that story about the Japanese soldier who surrendered in the 70s and he'd been fighting World War II all that time? Yeah, that's how I feel when I'm the only guy in Hackney who's never ever used Uber Eats or Deliveroo. I mean, the Japanese soldier wouldn't have minded, sushi is cold anyway. His food would have arrived 70 years late and it would have been half-eaten and wrong, so... Yeah. International Women's Day is coming up, of course. It's always a strange time for me. I used to work with this very sexist and backwards law firm in the city. I won't say the name, but it is the one you're all thinking of. And for International Women's Day, I was supposed to put on an event to highlight women's contributions to the industry and pay disparity and that kind of thing. Now, I knew nothing about HR. I'd only got the job because I'm a diversity hire. And I had a very large budget. So when everyone came into work on International Women's Day, they saw that I had installed an actual, physical glass ceiling in the office. And the women who worked upstairs with me were absolutely furious. Thank you. You folks are quick. Yeah. I mean, I try not to punch down in my comedy, you know, I really do. But sometimes you do have to mock somebody. Obviously you can't make fun of people on grounds of age, sex, race, sexual orientation, country of origin, feet above sea level, time zone, any of that crap. I mean, you want to avoid a hate crime if you can. But you have to have something. So I think we should all make fun of left-handed people. Firstly, that cuts across all demographics. Secondly, it's not a protected characteristic, I checked. And last, what are left-handed people going to do? Write a letter I can't read. My GP is left-handed. Her handwriting's so bad, when I take a prescription to the pharmacy, it's like the lucky dip. But no, I'm sorry. I am really sorry. Are there any left-handed here tonight? Woo! Oh yeah. You raised your right hand. Oh, sorry. I bet you're astoundingly dexterous. Yeah, I am sorry. On behalf of all the early left-hand people in the room, I am sorry. Let's shake on it. My girlfriend says she can read minds. I said, you know what I think of that. Yeah. Thank you for listening. I've been Ben. You've been great.
Yeah.